Hey guys, and welcome to my channel Cryptocat-Guru. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to support my content and subscribe and like down below. With that out of the way, let's dive into today's topic. Today I want to talk about the 5 scarcest and hottest collectible grails on the Veve app right now. I already made a video about the top 10 collectibles on the Veve app, so if you have not watched it yet, make sure to check it out on my channel. Today I want to talk about the 5 hottest and scarcest collectibles on the Veve app right now. I will not only tell you which one these are in my opinion, I will also tell you about their background stories and why these collectibles are so significant in my opinion. So let's start with the number 1 of my list of all-time grails. It's Todd McFarlane Batman. This collectible is the genesis of the entire Veve app, with the first appearance real life statue being released in July of 2020, an edition size of only 7,500 editions. But man, it's 2030, it's the bear market, an edition size of 7,500 is not scarce anymore. Actually, thinking about it, you are right. My first pick of all-time great collectibles is the secret rare SpiderMan Peter Parker with only 1,000 editions. This is indisputable my number 1 pick when it comes to the best grail on the Veve app. He's the most iconic, most popular, most recognized superhero in the entire world, and it's not even close. Every kid wants to be him, and his popularity only grows over time. One of the key reasons for Spider-Man's importance is the high level of relatability that Peter Parker brings to the character. Unlike many other superheroes who were already adults when they gained their powers, Peter was a young, ordinary teenager when he was bitten by a radioactive spider. This made him more relatable to the young readers of the time. The strong sense of responsibility and moral compass define the core of Spider-Man's character. Inspired by his Uncle Ben's famous words, "With great power comes great responsibility," Peter understands that his abilities should be used for the greater good. This strong moral foundation has consistently been a defining aspect of Spider-Man's stories. It's no surprise to see him at number 1 with his first appearance in August of 1962 in Amazing Fantasy 15. He has continued to retain his popularity since his release. That comic had a record-breaking sale of $3.6 million, and with the collectibles sitting at only 1,000 copies, this animated web shooter is super scarce. Anyone can be Spider-Man. I think that really rings true to a lot of people, and I think that's why he holds his title for one of the most popular superhero of all time. Next up, we have the second most scarce and sought after collectible on the Veve app, Miles Morales Secret Rare, with only 250 editions. This variant of Spider-Man has grown insanely in the last couple of years, with films like Into the Spider-Verse and teasers of him entering the MCU. This collectible hits every box when it comes to scarcity and popularity. If you ask a lot of kids today, they know him as their main Spider-Man. One of the most crucial aspects of Miles Morales' importance is the representation he brings to the superhero genre. He's of mixed race heritage, with an African American father and Puerto Rican mother. As a second Spider-Man, Miles Morales became a symbol of diversity and inclusivity in the mainstream superhero comics. His presence helped expand the representation of underrepresented communities and offered a relatable hero for readers who come from similar backgrounds. Miles Morales' character resonates not only with readers from diverse backgrounds, but also with fans worldwide. His unique heritage and experience provide a multicultural appeal, making him a character who can bridge different communities and attract global fan base. Miles Morales has become a beloved character in the Marvel Universe and beyond. He's featured in various comic book series and has also appeared in video games, including Marvel's Spider-Man for PlayStation platform. Last, I think a lot of you would agree with me that the Miles Morales Secret Rare collectible on the app has one of the best animations and most detail that we've seen on the app so far. It also has the scarcity sitting at only 250 editions, with Marvel and Veve holding back 90. That means that there are only 160 that are in circulating supply at the moment, which makes it insanely scarce. I would agree that this collectible would be a holy grail in the future, as this collectible has everything going for it, and any Spider-Man fan would go crazy for this collectible. Next up, as super scarce collectible, we have Luke Skywalker Secret Rare with an edition size of only 519, which makes him one of the scarcest collectible on the app right now. Luke Skywalker is the central character of the original Star Wars trilogy. His character follows the classic hero's journey. He starts as a humble farm boy on Tatooine and is called to adventures when he discovers his connection to the Force. Throughout the original Star Wars trilogy, he faces challenges, meets mentors like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda, confronts his fear and doubts, and ultimately becomes a Jedi Knight and hero of the rebellion. This relatable and timeless narrative structure has made him one of the iconic and influential figures in the storytelling. The success of the original trilogy, starting with Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, catapulted Star Wars into a cultural phenomenon, and Luke's character played a pivotal role in capturing the hearts and imaginations of audiences worldwide. Luke Skywalker embodies hope and redemption in the Star Wars saga. His unwavering belief in the good within others, as shown through his interactions with characters like Darth Vader, inspired viewers to see the potential for redemption even in the darkest of the characters. His refusal to give up on those he cares about, even in the face of adversity, reinforces that idea of hope can triumph over despair. Star Wars is not just a film franchise, it is a cultural phenomenon that has a profound impact on the popular culture. Luke Skywalker's character, along with his iconic lightsabers, costumes, and famous quotes, has become deeply embedded into the collective consciousness of society. For many fans, Luke Skywalker is an integral part of their childhood and has made lasting influence on their lives. In summary, Luke Skywalker remains an iconic figure representing the essence of the Star Wars saga and the power of storytelling to inspire and captivate audiences worldwide, and is thereby one of the most sought after collectibles on the Veve app right now. So next up we have Stan Lee's Secret Rare with an edition size of 1050. Now, one of the primary reasons why the first appearance of Stan Lee as a collectible on the Veve app is so important is the incredible roster of superheroes he co-created alongside talented artists. Brace yourself, because here comes the list. He created SpiderMan, the X-Men, Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, Black Widow, the Fantastic Four, Daredevil, and many more. These characters are household names, and their stories have inspired generations of fans. What set Stan Lee creations apart from other superheroes of that time was his emphasis on making them relatable and flawed. He brought depth into these characters by exploring their personal struggles, insecurities, and everyday problems. For instance, Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, was a teenager dealing with the challenges of adolescence while juggling his responsibilities as a superhero. Stan Lee's storytelling was ahead of its time. He used his platform to promote messages of inclusion, diversity, and social justice. He believed that anyone, regardless of their background, could be a superhero. Through his comics, he addressed important social issues like racism, discriminance, and intolerance, inspiring readers to embrace the qualities that make them unique. Stan Lee was more than just a comic book creator. He was a true ambassador for his work. He coined the catchphrase Excelsior, which also the collectible was named after, to encourage people to strive for excellence and keep moving forward. He engaged with fans through his Stan's Soapbox column, forging a personal connection that made readers feel like they were part of a larger Marvel family. Stan Lee's legacy is immeasurable. He revolutionized the comic book industry and shaped the way we perceive superheroes today. His creations continue to inspire movies, TV shows, merchandise, and even theme park attractions, captivating new generations and keeping his imagination alive. So there you have it, folks. Stan Lee's significance cannot be overestimated. He touched the lives of millions, sparking creativity and teaching us valuable life lessons through his stories. We're grateful for the incredible legacy he left behind and for the collectible, the first appearance on Veve. Last, I also want to mention the Veve logo, gold and silver, with an edition size of 500 editions. This was the first collectible that you could only get by being physically at an event, which was handed out by the CEO David Yu and Dan Crothers. These were given out selectively, and they also hold utility for their holders for future in-person events. Guys, what do you think about my collection of the scarcest collectible on the app right now. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think about it? Comment down below and see you until next time. Bye bye guys.